to uni
Mm-hmm.
and told my pops I wanted to be a music producer. He locked it off and said, "No,
Swear down.
no, in this house you'll be a doctor."
I was just about to say that.
So,
What was the...
so that was just frustrating. So he said I
Yeah.
could finish my music GCSE, but college I had to study the sciences and the maths.
Yeah.
And then as I further through my education, my grades just declined and got worse. I was losing interest. Like I was at uni studying biomedical sciences, but I'm there producing when I'm supposed to be having my coursework.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And my brother had a studio in his yard. He used to go there. He would fall asleep. I'd sit there on Cubase and just try and learn the program. So everything is a lot of self-taught. But when I'd finished uni, I decided that moving forward, if I'm going to do any form of education, it needs to be something that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So when I come out, that's why I've done the DJ course that I told you about earlier. And then also, after getting work experience within the music industry, I decided that, it'll be good to actually study the piano properly.
Yeah.
So big up to Mrs. Dorothy Dwyer. Big up to Uncle Lloyd Dwyer as well. Big up to the family, them. They're my musical parents, my mentors. And
So
it's my friends.
It's good to get a mentor.
100%. Someone that's experienced. Yeah, so this is one of my good friends' parents. Again, we all met at the same church. And they've heavily invested in me with their time, with advice, prayers, words of encouragement. And my friend's mother, she did her grade A exams many, many moons ago. She's experienced. Every time I go around to the house, there's a keyboard, there's a digital piano there. And I was curious and I'll jump in front of it. She'd be like, "You actually like the instrument?" I'd be like, "Yeah, but I want to learn." And she'll be like, "Let's do it." So I've been, the past few years, been sitting with her and been taking my grades. I'm on grade 3 at the moment, both theory and practical. And till now, they've all been distinctions.
Oh, that's calm.
So I'm really, really grateful for that. It was just good to be tested on what I thought that I lacked confidence in. You see how you're talking about the MCing on ad bars and stuff?
So
through music,
found your pocket.
Yeah, found my lane, But I think with music, it's all about confidence and finding yourself as a person and then displaying that in your artistry. So it's been a journey of like self-discovery.
All right, cool. Let's take it back though.
How about?
To the Brighton uni days.
Jeez.
Because I felt like I went uni and I didn't go uni, blood. I was coming to check this guy. This guy's telling me he's got motives, this, that, and the other. There's parties popping on.
Yeah.
The gal them are here and they're lit. So I'm like, let me take a little trip down to Brighton then. I always remember going there as a youth and it was always fun. So it must be a motive. So tell me about the events, man, because you've been putting on events for a minute, like. You know what I'm saying?
That was my first foot in the door within the music industry. I feel as an adult. Nah, because I was making beats from 14, 15, but nah, I said as a young adult.
That was like getting into the entertainment industry.
Entertainment industry, clubbing, making a money off of it. Yeah. Actually, so that was my first introduction to making money from music. Yeah. So at the time in uni, I said to you, I'm studying biomed and I didn't have any confidence in DJing because I hadn't spent enough time practicing or nor had access to equipment.
Yeah.
So when we was at uni, me and a couple friends linked up. So what it was, first year, I came into freshers.
So it was phone parties, all types of.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, G. We'll get to that. But first year, but I was a fresher, and then I'm rolling around with the guys in the second year, and one of the guys, big up to Smiles, Wale, big up you. He had his promotional thing down in Brighton called Skank Out. And I remember like they were selling t-shirt merchandise. Basically, he knew his target audience.
Yeah.
So he was like, listen, I'm gonna hold parties in Brighton with my team.
Yeah.
And we're gonna target the freshers because they don't know much about Brighton.
Yeah.
We're obviously from the ACS, African and Caribbean Society.
Yeah.
So it's the black community.
Yeah.
We can target the black people, bring them into parties and areas where they will enjoy the music, the vibe, and also see other people from both universities, Brighton and Sussex.
Yeah.
So I got captured. Yeah, but they caught me like at the freshers when I was going to the stores. They had their thing there. That's when they're like, "Yeah, you're Ronnie. Take our number, come chill with us." And these men are from the ends as well, so they're cool. And I'm rolling with them. I'm going to their dances, and then I'm drunk at their parties. But then afterwards, I'll be chilling with them.
Yeah.
And when I'm seeing man count his rent for the month, I'm like, wait, no. This guy has made rent for the month off his bridges. He's made like a 5 bill of the uni 3-4 at the time. But and I was like, whoa. So when they started I was rolling around them, but then I started to I was still a raver, but then I was like, no, I'm not a consumer like that. I just want to enjoy the party and the vibe.
Yeah.
Don't need to be that fresh guy in the middle of the dance floor, skanking, dancing, just being loud. And then so when I got to second year, a lot of them went off to do their gap year, placement year. There we go.
And they left you to hold it down.
So the gap, they left. They left it. There was a gap in the market, so I got a few people in my year together. We linked up, and then we hosted the parties, and then we called it Skanking at the Seaside. Big up to everyone that attended. The South Coast links up, 2008 to 2009.
We saw some old faces there, but
old faces. It was only. We were young then as well, not even, I don't think we were even 21 at the time. But the aim was, like, we identified our target audience again was freshers and people that like the R&B, the grime, the funky house. Basically all the music that I like.
Of course.
So, and because I was heavily out raving and discovering music from other DJs and stuff, I was like, rather than get a DJ that's got a massive following on Facebook at the time,
quality.
Let me quality.
I can spend less. Something you always
quality. And that's why people love the dances. They'll come out. It was down at Honey Club down on the seafront.
Honey and
and you come out 3 and 4 in the morning. You can see France, see the coast. Coming out, you're on the Pebble. So it was the experience. So it was the people come down to Brighton. Vibes, they hear tunes, they come out there right by the seaside. Get me? And then moving forward, all our raves had to be themed because it was like we can't just sell a read.
You had a couple of themes, like the Valentine's theme and
Lock and Key Party,
that was it,
Masquerade Ball, and then we had the Beachwear Phone Party in True. So that was cool. That was nice.
And then so moving forward, so did you take that what you learned from doing that to setting up?
Where I'm at right now, definitely. So
London.
So then after I did 2 years, I took a gap year. I had to retake some modules as well. So I relocated back to Ends. Back down to Croydon. And it was the first time ever in my life I'd taken a break from education. Or I wasn't at the stage I should be for my age. So I went straight from primary to secondary school. I went to college. Even second year, I failed one course at my first college. So I had to go take an evening course at another college. So I did 2 colleges in 2 years just so I can get into uni. And so when I got into uni, I did the first 2 years. It was a 3-year course.
So hard work prevails, man.
Yeah, man. So when I took that gap year, I was like, right, I don't need to study as hard because only a few modules to finish to get into the final year. So I had time to produce. So we made a Facebook page for Black Ice. So Black Ice PR was the name of the promotional company down in Brighton. So
let them know who Black Ice, what that was about.
That's what it was. That was the name of the promotional party that had the parties in Brighton.
That was the label. Like to begin with.
It was just a promotion. Black Ice PR. We held Skanking at the Seaside. They locked me down. So that was the team. And then so we set up a Facebook page for that, so people knew about the events. Where to go, what's happening. But after the last party, it got a bit long. One of the members, there was a bit of falling out within the team. One of the members left. Other one was getting on with life and finishing uni and whatnot. So it's down to me. And then so what I did then is I changed it from Black Ice PR to just Black Ice. And I started to put my productions on the page once I took the gap year. So I used those numbers that we acquired to do promotional parties and raves to then show them I'm actually a producer. So when people was like, bro, I didn't even know you did that because I'd never touched the decks at my own parties or book other guys, friends and family. But I will never DJ, perform, didn't even know how to use the equipment like that.
So and then from there, from the Black Ice, I see you jumped on the you was posting stuff on Facebook, and then you went on to that competition.
Oh yeah,
Jump Up.
yeah. So yeah, so you understood, yeah. So big up to Raphael and like Jay Hill.
Oh, okay, cool.
Another guy from from New Life.
Come on,
You know what I mean? Another guy from church. Our guy. This is my bro. Like, man used to only go to church. I used to only. Hey, God forgive me, but
Ronnie
certain
Loko.
Sundays I would only turn up to church because I ain't got enough money to send 10p or to give my brother 10p to send a text for me for a ringtone.
Wow.
So you remember on the 32s, 33s,
even
the 5210s, you can compose the ringtones.
Yeah.
So like, man would get these mashup of the garage and grime tunes.
And he used to key it in.
Key it in, composer. Composer. So Raf, Raf used to have the sickest ones from his school. Then I'll get mine from and I have mine, and then I'll link him at church, and it'll be like, fam, and man would just write. I'll look at it and learn how to write it. I knew that. Number 2 in the keypad was I think C, for example. You just had to use your musical brain. It all goes up. So like, man needs to do that with him. So he's always been a musical friend.
On your phone. That's what you're saying.
Like I was composing.
Composing on your phone from early as well.
You just reminded me because I think at the time as well, I was using Microsoft Front Page in year 7, and that's a website that's a application to build. To build websites.
Yeah.
So I remember I was trying to build like a ringtone website where people can come and buy exclusive ringtones.
Yeah.
So I had to write out the composer. I had it set up, but I can't remember what happened. Like trying to buy the domain, but you just brought it back. So I'm saying, so I was always trying to find a way to hustle.
You don't know about that.
Yeah.
At all.